Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you catch this video. I want to welcome all of you guys back, those who are of the 60 subscribers that recently have subscribed since I started this channel about a week and a half ago on the full moon. I want to thank all of the subscribers that will subscribe in advance. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is for the Virgo Collective. I'm doing things a bit differently today because I'm speaking to the spirit authentically and shuffling on camera so that you guys know, this is real. Okay? It's for entertainment, but it's real. That needs to be said, okay? Also, trying to think here. Just trying to channel. Yes, okay, so I'm channeling the Virgo Collective's spirit, evoking the spirit in the fifth dimension. So today's reading is going to be really special. I'm using the Ankh spread, which is the first time I'm doing this spread for any read. So let's get the cards good and shuffled up. Divine Universal Source, please give us messages assisted by our archangels, as well as our spirit guides and our ancestors. Messages of love, light, and abundance, nurturing, guiding us in the directions of the divine. Okay. This is for the Virgo Collective for the third week of July, 2019. Thank you, Spirit. Messages of light and love and abundance. Messages of nurturing guidance. We're getting better with the shuffling, y'all. That's why I don't like shuffling on camera. All right, so let's get started. This is a 9-card spread. It's a bit much for this little desk, but we're going to work it out. We're going to work with what we got. Okay, so first position. And these sideway cards, we're going to read them as if the upright is that way, okay? So if they come out in reverse, the reverse will be to this direction, towards the drum. Okay, so this is the second position. Third, fourth, fifth, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we're going to tier these cards because, like I said, my table's not that big. Okay, so move this flower out the way. All right, bear with me. We're almost there. We're going to have y'all message in just a second. I was thinking about going to the park right after this. This is my first read in the house. I'm going to leave out and get some sunlight and get some clear energy too when I do the rest of these reads. So sorry, Virgo. I just wanted to be focused and without distraction. But let's get started. So the first position and the second position, I'm going to flip over. And these are opposing positions. So the trick here, and these are like really complicated spreads I'm going to be doing today for these weeklies, like, okay, I'm new at this, guys. Okay, after I get 100 subscribers, though, I'm not going to say I'm new at it no more because I'm thorough, okay? And so as I've been studying the New Age sciences and things of that sort, I understand a little bit more now as to what these spreads represent and why you want to use certain spreads for, certain inquiries from the divine. And so either way, with the Ankh is like detailed as the Celtic cross. So, Celtic cross is 10 cards, which I'll do some of the signs in Celtic today. But the Ankh is personal to me since this is the Virgo Collective because I'm a bit more comedic spiritual, you know what I'm saying? Represents my culture. So anyway, what I was going to say was that the first and second position are opposite positions. They're impulse positions, right? They're the root of the problem, what's causing the problem, the blockages, right? But the trick is, like, if they're positive cards in those positions, you have to figure out, well, what's the problem, right? And you figure that out between their relationship. So with that being said, I'll show you the first two positions, right? Hoping this will stand up and hold well. This is the first. This is the second. And they're both in the upright, right? And so that's the Princess of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so with the Princess of Wands, you have this eager energy, and she's ready to get it, right? She's ready to build. She's like, she might not have the experience that she needs, but she doesn't care. She's like, my ambition and my drive is all that I need, and I'm capable, and I am confident, and I'm going to get this done, and we're going to learn as we go along. Okay? And then the second position being the Two of Pentacles. Did I say Princess of Wands? Yes. Okay. So the second position is Two of Pentacles. And with the Two of Pentacles, you have here balance, right? Stability in that way of your decision making, right? And because your decisions are balanced, and of course the reward is also balanced. And so with these two together, it would be really hard to kind of, delve into, well, if this being an Ankh spread, and the design of the Ankh spread is to examine the imposing opposites, right? The impulses of the opposites of these cards. Like I said, I'm challenging myself today, honey, okay? We ain't even premeditated or nothing. We just going right in from the brain, from the cranium. Okay, so I would say, Virgo, give me a minute. Let me just really, really deeply analyze these cards. And I would say the opposite energies here is that because she has no experience, her lack of experience makes her unstable, or the chances of being unstable or distracted very easily, right? She can get off track because she can hit a brick wall that was unexpected, and not want to continue, right? The spirit of giving up, which causes instability. And so this one is the balance. So that's the opposing energies here, right? And so I would say that the blockage is based on learning to balance yourself, right? Because if she's eager and she's unexperienced and this is balance, this is the progression, this is the graduation from, okay, you have the will, you have the focus, you have the drive, but now we have to learn the discipline to be able to structure balance. Okay, Virgo? All right, so we're going to go into the third position. Now that we figured out the two hardest positions, we should be able to flow through quite easily. I'm going to place these cards back down. Y'all always seeing my knuckles. I can't wait till I get a better setup. But I'm going to stop criticizing myself too. That shows a lack of self-love. But we're working on ourselves just like you are. And I'm happy you're here with me, traveling through this journey of healing together. Right, Virgos? Okay. Anyway, back to the third position. And the third position is Ace of Swords in reverse. Let's put it with the Ankh. Okay. So the Ace of Swords in reverse. Well, in the upright, it's stability and, the decision-making process, again, having logical thought and moving with logic and basing your decisions based on logic, and that bringing you much success and new opportunities, right? But it's in the reverse. So it's still kind of worth the same opportunity, but here's an opportunity for structuring your thoughts, prioritizing, and being able to plan, strategically place and implement the plan into areas of operation, right? Speaking of that, Virgo Collective, I'll just share something. Like, I have so many ideas for this channel. Like, that's an example, right? And so I'm a visionary. And as a Virgo, I'm a Virgo sun, Gemini moon, and Scorpio rising, I think. Yeah, my daughter taught me that. But basically, I'm that person that's really like all over the place because I have so many visions and so much ambition and so much like I want to do it all right now, instant gratification, because I want to see my results, right? And so I'm rushing the process and I jump right out there, and that works for me sometimes. It really does, but sometimes it doesn't. Okay, we have to embrace the process. We have to embrace the structure and understand that having this planning, implementation, operational function that puts us in this mechanism of stability, that puts us in this rhythm of expecting the outcome that is based on the consistency of our rhythm, right? So I often say, listen, you could be successful at anything. You can be successful at failing. Let me give you a minute to think about that. I've been successful at failing for a very long time. I know a lot of people who are successful at failing. So that's the thing, that failure definitely brings success, like, because it's trial and error, it's repetition. If you don't give up, of course you're gonna eventually get it right? But we can get there a lot quicker, Virgo, if we just structure ourselves, get to a point where we understand that what's coming next doesn't have to be what is defined. What's in the now is what's defining what's coming next. Okay? All right, so the logical thinking in the right perspective. All right, so now we go on to the fourth position. So the fourth position is the Princess of Cups in reverse. Okay, so the fourth position, I didn't tell y'all what the second position means. I'm sorry. I mean, not the second, the third. The third, the meaning of it was, according to the Ankh and the spread and the design of the spread, was these early causes. So lack of structure was your early causes. I'm sorry. Okay, so moving back on to the fourth. And so the fourth position is your triggers, right? So what triggers you to be dysfunctional, I guess, if we're talking about the opposing forces of instability and stability and lack of structure that leads from that balance, right? And so, or leads to imbalance, excuse me. Okay, so now we're talking about the Princess of Cups in reverse. And with the Princess of Cups, of course, cups represent emotions, harmony, your love interest, things of that sort. It could represent a person. I'm not getting into zodiac today because, like I said, this is not premeditated, and so I'm just learning. Zodiac is the hardest part. Like, I remember she's a Sagittarius, but shoot, these are 78 cards. It's hard, especially when you're talking about the minor arcana cards, because a lot of those are in the suits. And so, I can remember like the major arcana, but I can't, I say arcana, potato, whatever you like. Anyway, Princess of Cups, being in this position of what's your latest excuses or what's your latest triggers, and it being relying in your emotions, like she's guarded in the upright. So I think that's what triggers this lack of structure, is our emotions, the imbalance in our emotions, and using our emotions to lead us, and not balancing the intuition, the emotions, and the intellect, right? You really don't need emotions. Emotions are made for us to be able to feel attachment, okay? If you're focused on yourself, then that attachment is to you. So if that emotion is inner reflected, then now you have where your logic and your intuition has to play a greater part. So with this Princess of Cups in reverse, I believe that being more guarded, okay, being her in the upright of saying, hey, I'm kind, I'm gentle, but I don't take kindness for weakness. I gotta, I'm guarded, but I'm guarded in a balanced way where, I can let you in, I can share myself with you, but I'm going to make sure that you and I both understand that there's a value in my time, in my placement, and in my energy. When we self-evaluate, right, then the guardedness is not really like defensiveness guardedness. It's like a guardedness that's protective, that is guarded in a way where the divine light is now surrounding you, and you're able to deflect toxic negative energy in the fifth dimension, right? And then realize it in the third. Actualize it through your physical body, right? Well, she's the definition of actualizing the kindness that is also guarded. You have to have a sense of self-preservation in order to get to your goal, in order to remain stable from within. Stability is not just, I got, my rent is paid and I got a nice house and I got a nice car. Stability is inner stability. There are so many rich people that are unstable in their thinking and unstable in the things that they're doing, i.e. R. Kelly. I know I ain't gonna talk about it. Look at R. Kelly on my channel. Anyway, yeah. So with the Princess of Cups, she's guarded in a way of it's being protected because she knows what she's building. She knows what she's putting in, and she knows what she's worth, right? So, and she knows what belongs to her and what's gonna be hers soon, right? Because she's not the Queen of Cups. She doesn't have it just yet, but she's on her way to it. So she's like, I'm not going to ruin my chances before I get there by letting my guards down, giving you a chance to step in, and here you go, fucking up my whole, focus. And that's where this lack of distraction, they kind of have the same energy. When she's in reverse, it's a lack of distraction too. Okay, so that opposing force again from the lack of stability in your using your intellect, your emotions, balancing all of those. Okay. And speaking of that, so far we have the wands, the swords, the pentacles here. What are we missing? It's 4 suits, right? Swords, wands, pentacles. What's the other one, y'all? Duh. Why I had like a real brain freeze right now. I'm going to flip it over and they're going to show me what the other ones are. Because I'm just like, wait, I know this. Tripping. Cups. It is here. Duh. Sorry, sitting right in front of me, right? Anyway, back to what we were saying, because see, that's why I was looking down here. But either way, so yeah, so all the emotional parts of you are here, because it can be emotional. You have emotions in your desires. You have emotions in the way that you think. Your emotions have to balance out how you get your bag, and your emotions balance out your heart, right? But you have to know how to use them and when to use them and when you're doing the most, when you're doing too much, right? Well, we got like some more cards to go, so let's jump back into the spread. But I think that's the overall message, is balancing and aligning all of these things, okay? And so in the 5th position, you have the King of Pentacles in the upright. So this is like her dad. This is like the princess's dad, right? But she's in reversal. And she's over here like, I'm not gonna. And let me tell you what position this is. This is enlightenment, right? Your perception. So she was the excuses, right? And what triggers you. So what triggers you is, hey, I'm tired of my kindness being taken for weakness, right? So I have to level up. I have to guard up on these niggas. Excuse me. I'm gonna stop saying that word too. We gonna correct all of this stuff. Watch my growth, y'all. Watch that growth. Okay, so King of Pentacles is her dad with that guidance, right? And he's in the position of enlightenment. So that's her guidance. That's, you want to get here, right? You want to get into this space where you are rightfully heir to, your money bag being straight and stable and consistent. Yeah, well, you have to have consistency in your emotions. You have to have consistency in your thought process, your planning, and your execution. You have to have consistency in your desires. Everything has to be in alignment. You can't desire to be a queen, but you out here behaving like a peasant. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't add up. Nobility does as noble is. It's no in between, right? I'm an extremist. So Virgos, I don't know if y'all are extremists too, like me, but I'm like one way or the other. If I'm going to be a peasant, I'm going to be a peasant and I'm going to own it. If I'm going to be a queen, I'm going to be a queen and I'm going to own it, right? But there has been an imbalance for me in that way of thinking. So that's the thing, that you have to find the imbalance in your way of thinking that's causing this confliction in your emotions, that's also causing your emotions to have you think and make unwise decisions. And that's also causing you to feel guarded and like, okay, I got to protect something because I'm not going to keep getting the bad end of the stick, right? But all of that are just distractions. When you learn to use these things in alignment, then you're able to see how you can use the distractions and how you can use the imbalance to aid your growth. That's what tarot is for me. I'm going to keep saying that. Like, this is divination, and it's, yes, for entertainment purposes only. Wink, wink. Okay. But for me, it's very real because I'm a transformative reader. So I'm going to read in the sense of, like I said, I'm speaking to the 5D spirit, right? The spirit that knows the light, understands the light, can recognize the light and read between all the subliminals in the world, in the 3D, and knows what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. But then you come back to the 3D and you're not applying what the light has given you. right? That's for this Virgo, okay? Like I said, I don't do the lovey-dovey, when he coming back spreads. I'm going to do some. When I get some like love oracle cards and stuff like that, I'm going to do some. And I also have the Tower to Ascension series that I'm just starting. That's about my love affair. Y'all need to check that out, Virgo. It's juicy. Anyway, and it's going to get juicier today because we're going to talk about the third and the fifth dimension and the differences between bringing that light from the fifth dimension to the third dimension and resonating that light in the physical body. And so, because, honey, I'm going to let y'all use this mind. Tap into this mind that the divine has given me, okay? Because not only am I intuitive, I am the intellect, okay? You know, Virgo, y'all the intellect. We break this shit down, all the way down. We don't play. We're researchers, so we're going to make sure that we find the proper plan, implementation, and execution. Problem is, don't let any scuzz buckets come along trying to distract you, because you have the drive, you have the will, you have what it takes to get to the sense of balance, to walk your walk and talk your talk, and be evident in everything that you say and do. Like you mean as you say, and you say as you mean, right? Okay, so moving into, and that's what the King of Pentacles does anyway. He's known for that, right? And this is your perception. This is your enlightenment. This is where you want to get, Virgo. You want to be in a place of like, nothing affects the bag. What you mean? I'm so secure. I'm so planted and permeating this energy right here, right here. We keeping it right here. That's the next level of enlightenment for you. If you're not already there yet, you're going to get there very soon. You're in the process of that, right? So the sixth position would be conclusion. Let's just turn all of these over at one time because they are tiered. So I have to keep them in order. So we got 6, 7, and 8. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so the sixth position is the Three of Swords in reverse. Okay, so when you have the Three of Swords in reverse, you're coming out of this grief, this place of depression, and just heartbreak and loss, okay, and grief. But you're coming out of it. Things are changing for you. It may seem slow and that you're still in the dark place, but you're not. There's a lot of light energy here. There's a lot of growth energy here. There's a lot of new beginnings here. So what we have right here is this just a realization of where you came from, right? And this is in your conclusion. So that sums up like the first through the fifth position, the opposite opposing energies of imbalance because of distraction and lack of planning. That covers the early causes of it being your lack of structure, okay? That covers the latest excuse and trigger of not wanting your kindness to be taken for weakness. And then that covers your enlightenment and perception of what the stability should look like to you, right? And now we're going into the conclusion. Well, the stability should look like for you coming out of grief consistently, not going back into grief, not staying stuck in grief. It should feel and look like movement, transition, transformation, change. Change is good, folks. Like, it hurts a little. It hurts a little, but it's okay. Pain is like I said, failure leads to success through repetition and through growth. So, as long as you don't give up, that pain will turn to joy. Okay? Joy cometh in the morning. The sun always comes to mask out the darkness. The darkness doesn't mask out the sun. The sun just leaves that space to allow the darkness to have his rightful space. But the sun is always going to overpower darkness and clear its way for light. Okay, so that's the energy you have to stay in, Virgo. You have to know that you're clearing your energies out. We're like spring cleaning out the smell. Spring cleaning the soul, okay? All right, so I'm going to leave these up here because they're in tiers and I don't want it to get all confused down here. Let's leave this like that and just start stacking them. All right, so the next position is your obstacles. So after your conclusion, after you realize, okay, I'm coming out of this dark space and I'm going to continually come out of this dark space and keep ascending higher and higher and higher till I get to the point where I got the absolute stability, mind over matter, okay? mind, body, soul. I got all my stability. And then you got the Three of Cups in reverse. Okay, so that's where I get a little stuck. Like I said, when I get to the minor arcanas, I'll be like, wait a minute, this can mean anything. So I look at this card as attachment though, right? So you're coming out of these attachments because like we said before, emotions lead, you need it, emotions to lead you to attachments, and that way you can have these valuable collaborations with interacting with others that help you to either grow or sustain your growth or allow you to elevate to the next level, right? So with the attachment card, that's what I would call it, the attachment card, the Three of Cups in reverse, I think you're allowing yourself to now see why you have to let go of these attachments, Virgo, why they're no good for you. And we're not talking about just the toxic ones. We're talking about attachments to any expectations at all. Okay, let go of your expectations. Live life in purpose. Actually, that's going to be one of my, I'm going to copyright this shit because that's going to be on an oracle card that I'm about to design because I already wrote that down yesterday. So it's already recorded, honey. Don't try to steal. Don't try to bite. I'm just joking. But either way, yeah, so Three of Cups in reverse is letting yourself work through those attachments, okay? And allowing yourself to see the ones that are necessary for your growth and see the ones that are necessary for, you to recognize how to stop unwanted behaviors and unwanted patterns. And you recognize those early in the game without holding on for dear life to make it something that it's not. Right? So that's your next obstacles. That's what you have to focus on. So far, you have to focus on allowing yourself to balance yourself in your attachments so that they don't distract you. Because attachments are okay sometimes. We need support systems. Hello. We're not going to just be over here lonely, not interacting with people. But you can't be the real hermit in real life, Virgo, okay? But you can allow people to play their position, okay? Allow people to come into your life to seat themselves exactly where God, the divine, has positioned them. And no more and no less. Okay? So in the 8th position, we have the surprise. Hey, no, Unc. We don't want the surprise to fall, the eternal life to fall on the time that we got the Lovers card. God said, don't be focusing on these lovers. Y'all all on here, millions of subscribers just on here looking for lovers. Like, well, who cares about the lovers? Okay, love yourself. Love on this. Love being in love with you and falling in love with you again, okay? Because I was in love with me from the start. These numbskulls came along and had me self-doubting and had me over here like, wait, hold on. Do I need to be loved? I don't know. Am I worth love? Like, no. Okay? But happy. If you're looking for love, you found it. Like, it's right there. You know what I'm saying? That's your surprise, bitches. Like, it's right in your face. You probably already expecting it. Y'all waiting on it. So, you might expect it. But still, it's a surprise to you in the form that it's coming in. Because I think once you realize that you've gotten yourself in alignment, body, mind, and soul, spirit checked, positions checked, placements checked, connections checked, attachments checked. You understand? Once you've gotten yourself in a position to accept you wholly, flaws and all, because that's a distraction too. That self-doubt and self-defeated attitude can't get you anywhere. It clashes with the will of you and the will of God, right? But because I was talking about that with the last Virgo read. So I kind of remember some of these reads and how they're connected too. So sorry if I plug other things in from other reads. You'll see. If you follow me, you'll get the whole consecutive story. You know what I'm saying? Especially. So subscribe again. Like, it'll be fun to watch me grow. I have some great ideas, like I said, and I'm a nut. Wait till y'all see my ideas. Nobody's going to do it like me on YouTube. Trust and believe that. I'm stupid confident. Okay. Wait till y'all see the dumbass ideas I got. You're going to be like, this bitch stupid. Stop. She is doing the most. But that's what I do. I do the most and love it. Okay. Anyway, moving on to the last position, which is your resolution. Okay, because we got to hurry up. We 29 minutes in, and I got like several reads to do today. I stay just running my mouth. So the last position right here, the 10 of Pentacles, you got your King of Pentacles in your enlightenment position, and this is your resolution position. So you do the math. Duh. I'm saying this is your completion. This is your everything. Right here, you got everything that you wanted, right? Now you got to learn to keep it in alignment. Put one foot in front of the other. Planning. This was in the reverse, right? So structure. Planning, structure. Put one foot in front of the other. And soon you'll be walking across the floor. Y'all know I'm stupid. Anyway, all right, Virgo, I love y'all. Let me get out of here because I'm about to walk to the park while I meditate and shuffle cards. And then I'm coming back with the next video because we about to get... Bye. Namaste.